Hello, I am alive. Hi, how are you? I am. It's been a long time since I've streamed. Maybe too long. Last time I streamed, I had a little bit of a freak out and I stopped very suddenly and didn't respond to anybody who asked any questions and immediately deleted the VOD. I was going through some things. It's alright. But hello, hi. I think I'm just going to start with an easy Arch stream at the moment, mostly because I don't feel like hooking my capture card back up. And so we can play some Tales of Graces. I think Friday also, and maybe tomorrow since no one's going to be here tomorrow. I don't know. I might do some crochet because I need to get started on Christmas presents even though it's only July. You'd be surprised at how long blankets take. Blankets take a really long time, and right now I have only worked on it once, and that was during a D&D game. Hello, Movie Geek. How you doing? We're gonna go ahead and switch over to art. And you're gonna hear a slight echo as I move this mic around so I don't have to put it in my face. Okay, so let's see. I've already been working on something. This is just an original character of mine. If you've seen me on social media, you have seen this guy several times already, and in many different iterations. And let's turn on some music, because I feel like... Let's turn the music back on here. Put some different, like, more soothing music. Give me just a second, guys. I'm gonna... Alright, there we go. Sorry, I have so many tabs open that I keep getting confused. Oh, there we go. Let me know if the music is too loud, because it's supposed to be soothing. But last time we did this, everyone was complaining that it was a little too loud. But today, we are focusing on linked universe art because I said so. I don't think that's too harsh of a delineation. Do you? I don't think so. Alright. I sketch with a pretty thick pencil, so let me go down to... man's thighs are incredibly long. We're gonna make them a little bit shorter, or you know what, we can make the calves a little bit longer and make them proportionate. How about that? Because he's still pretty high up off the ground. Let's make sure. I'm purely a hobby artist, so I can't guarantee that everything's gonna be like perfection, but I can guarantee a good effort, and that's what matters. At least that's what I've been trying to convince myself for a while. This might this dude. Aha! Bam. That's what we're trying to do. Operative word being try. Alright. I do want him looking this way, though. Arms and shoulders are the hardest thing for me. So this might take me a second. actually more flamenco than salsa. We already. I mean, I meant that's backwards. This is more salsa than flamenco, but. Whoops. You know, I'm focusing a lot on this when it's gonna be covered by his tunic. It's alright. Wait, is it his chest or forward or his crotch? That's right. I think it's his chest. So, the curve, that's more. he is no longer smoking chicken because the chicken is now done. I don't know if you can hear that beep in the background. I'm surprised you can hear it over the incessant crickets outside of our door. Let's see. Since I can't get this to agree with me, let's just exaggerate this reference a little bit. Maybe I just don't like this pose. Significantly harder than the last one. Let's see. I might want to find another reference. There's one that would involve gratuitous foreshortening. Do I want to do that one instead? No, but it's Adobe stock, so I can't tell if it's... Oh. Boop. How about that? I'm pretty far away from the mic, to be entirely honest. Because it keeps getting in the way of my stylus. That's what those loud ting 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 noises are. Is because my pen keeps hitting my microphone. And my microphone is up about as high as it can go. Or as high as I will allow it to go. Otherwise, you can probably hear my microwave going off in the next room. It's kind of an all or nothing sort of vibe with my computer. Here is a much better angle of that pose. Ooh, okay, this is better, hang on. I'll show you guys in a second. But it's much better. Let's see. Nope, that's the wrong picture. That's still the wrong picture. This picture. This is a much better angle. It's much darker, but it's a much better angle. Yeah, I like that much better. So, let's... shoulder here, line there. Okay. So. Crouch in profile. You know, maybe I should draw like, I don't know, a self-portrait of some kind. Maybe it'll help me be more proud of my face. because sometimes I'm a little not proud of it. Screwed up somewhere. Couldn't tell you where, but I do know. Screwed up. This leg is like straight back. So this actually helps a lot. Husband is right now smoking chicken, pork, and brisket because his job is having a smoked meats competition tomorrow. My old job didn't do nothing like that. I can promise you that. No, what my job would do was hire food trucks, which isn't bad in and of itself, but then they wouldn't pay them. It's one of the reasons they're being investigated for ethics. Because they had a habit of being like, hey, vendors and salespeople get free food. And then just not paying the people that provide the free food. They offered them free equipment, but not like actual money. Out of all the things I've drawn for Linked Universe, I have maybe drawn my favorite one twice. That's time. I haven't drawn time at all. Oops. Sometimes I lose control of my hands. One leg still looks quite longer than the other. That's because his foot is in the wrong position. And that makes his leg shorter. Well, I don't know if I can draw a foot like that. Keep that the way it was. Because that looks like a chicken's foot to me. Okay, and his back is like really he's supposed to be like, manly. Manly man. Does need a rib cage. Great, not awful. Not great, but not awful. Which is honestly all I'm genuinely hoping for. That company sounds awful. It was. It was terrible. As a matter of fact, they are currently still after almost a year being investigated for ethical dilemmas, because what happened was during the initial ethics investigation, one of their top salespeople complained about their commissions suddenly being cut. Like, they were like, you had to earn a certain amount of money before you received a commission. And he was one of their top earners. He did everything. Like, he did restaurants, he did museums, he did hotels and cruise ships. And like, he single-handedly, he was known for like getting the huge deals. But then, they cut his commission because he suspected that they thought they were paying him too much. Essentially, that he was getting too comfortable. This is turning out a little awkward. It's fine. Whole arm comes down like this. What he essentially ended up doing is reporting them to the parent company, which shall remain nameless at the moment. And the parent company was like, okay, I guess we're opening up another investigation. And as far as I know, their business is not doing great right now. It's like their original CEO left and the company just started going kind of down the tubes, super honestly. Lord, this man is skinny. Let's give him a little more meat on his bones, please. That might be causing an issue. Much better. Oh, that feels great. He's built a little like those cats on Tom and Jerry, though. Actually, let's lower this so we can keep the torso. So, because let's not forget, he's still Link. Alright, and there's the hand. It looks like he's about to scratch his butt. His arm is like way out there, but I think this is fine. I might have an actual soda in a minute here because I'm starting to get a bit of a headache, actually. I've been kind of struggling with them lately because I've had a lot of shit on my mind. Hard out there for Dr. Cannon sometimes. I've been on a medication that has been giving me... I've always struggled with nightmares, so they don't necessarily bother me. I get bothered when the dreams are weird with, like, no explanation. So I had a very weird dream last night that involved the very, like, realistic death of a loved one. It was not fun. I woke up feeling kind of sad and very confused. Okay, the body is fine. It's the head now that is giving me fears. It's giving me fears, I'm afraid. Let's do this in a way that is going to make me regret. This head is already too long, but it's fine. Into something. I know I can adjust the head whenever, but I'm still like, it's still giving me very much agita. Because his head is down, like it's angled down, so let's give it a sharp. Is a head that satisfies me, however, it is too big. actually, Legend isn't the only one that I've drawn dancing this particular style of dance. Let's try the warrior. I might really mess up his scarf, but I kinda don't care. Let's see. I have a quick question, if you don't mind me asking. How did you learn how to edit? All self-taught. I am all self-taught. I honestly, from like the age of like 16 to 24, I used to make AMVs on Movie Maker, and I've just kind of guessed ever since then. Everything I learned by trial and error. I won't lie. His body just does not seem proportionate to his legs, honestly and genuinely. And I don't know how to get there. Like, this could change if I put some clothes on him. But maybe his torso... Yeah, his torso's just too long. Which means I can let his arm be out further. But you would actually be very, very surprised as to how, like, it would be nice to be able to, like, sit down and learn something. I am not good at doing that. I am not good at someone telling me how to do something and then me just sitting down and, like, doing it. I'm not very good at that. That's why I took to culinary school, because it's like, hey, I'm gonna show you this once and then you're gonna, like, get it. Like, you're gonna practice and you're gonna do it. I think that's why I like drawing so much, is because I can actually, a lot of the improvement that I've been doing in drawing is trial and error. I find out what works, what doesn't work. Hopefully this works. This looks better. He looks more like a person than someone who's about to scratch his butt. But I do need to fix his arm. So his arm actually comes down like this. Just erase something that I spent a while adjusting, but it's okay. I promise I somewhat know what I'm doing. I wish I didn't. I'm gonna put his arm right back to see maybe if I can fix it that way.
one just feels like there's more machismo there. I don't know. But one of the reasons I learned how to edit, and this isn't a story that I talk about very often, mostly because, you know, there are certain people I try not to talk about anymore, but, when I was in high school, I was really into making, like, fan fiction and AMVs, and I mean, I still am, but this was not a time where it was very popular or honestly even heard of. But my dad was very supportive of teaching me, like, how to edit. Like, he was very key in, like, encouraging me to work on my editing and voice acting, and even now he helps me find contractual work. I do a lot of commercials. Well, I don't do a lot. I do a couple of promotional videos. They're not necessarily commercials, but promotional videos for conventions that he will contract me to do. So I think if I had any good advice, because a lot of my advice is, unfortunately, get really lucky and have people support you, which is, I know, not very easy for a lot of people. I am incredibly fortunate to have the kind of support I have in my life. But my advice would always be, whatever you learn, put your hands on it, do it. You can read about it and do it theoretically all you want, but you will not make any progress if you don't just do it. You can look up every single tutorial, take every class, but if you don't actually do it, you'll only ever do it in theory. There. That's the only advice I can really offer, to be honest. Alright, I think I'm satisfied with this. Like I said, he's built a little bit like the cats from... Also the line of actions over here. Also, his ass is kind of small. Like, his butt is really small. I'm gonna shape that butt a little bit, though. I just wish there was another arm in this picture, truthfully and genuinely. Because, I don't know, it just doesn't feel as grand. Maybe he's just not bent enough. Because this guy is, like, bent. A lot more macho, but now the arms all fucked up again. It's fine, I'll get it. So I can take the arm and once again have it out. make an executive decision. This is just straight up gonna need another layer. Because what I'm trying to do... Alright, we're gonna go back to the references. Having a bit of a crisis here. Because as much as I like this reference, it's very, like, macho. One, I'm not super sure if it fits this character, and two, I don't know. I don't like the arm. I really don't. And there are so many poses in flamenco that actually work like this that I could honestly just choose another arm position. I gotta do a whole thing. Give me a minute. I'm thinking. I'm tossing things around in the brain zone right now. Because there is this position where the man throws his arm up and has his arm out like that. Or it's also up. But I kind of like this. You have to really bring up his And I'm drawing this on the wrong layer. Oh, fun. But I am teaching myself. I am learning. To give him a much sturdier leg. Like it would have to go straight up and down. No more adjustments. Soul sketch? Bitch, I might be. Yes, my love.
Do you want me to put chicken in the fridge? No, it's cooled down enough to probably go into something.
Sure.
Okay.
See, oh, that whole conversation was. Oh, never mind. I muted the wrong sound. It's okay. You just heard us talking about chicken. That's all. And now I understand why his foot is like that. But I don't know how to get it to not be a chicken foot. Chicken looks delicious and it smells wonderful, and I'm probably gonna put it in I'm probably gonna cook it with a little bit of broccoli. I'm thinking a little bit of broccoli, or maybe even some maybe that smells so good. Maybe some glazed carrots. I think glazed carrots sounds awesome. So we're gonna have smoked chicken with some glazed carrots, and maybe we'll have a little bit of zucchini in there. Okay. Ooh, I fucked up. It's fine. actually think this will work. Oh, oops. Elbows too high. It's like that. I made the arm a little too high. This arm down. Another arm picture. Selection pen a lot. I offer no apologies. Alright. I think that figure is done. I think this figure needs a little bit of work. These two. Below, then select the other think, a lot more exaggerated. Let's start with the legs. He's resting. Oh, nope. He's resting on his legs, so it needs to be like this. Okay. I actually just think I solved my problem. I think I just solved where my issue was with this particular sketch. Too long? Well, let's see. Will this sketch make more sense once I do this? I think so. See if I can do this, or if it's just gonna turn out looking weird. No, there is no front. Okay. That makes me feel better. His belt is super weird. So what we're going to do is we're just going to make it... Is it waist? Or is that where those his hips? I can't tell if that's wasting on it. It's a little bit, it's not exactly on the tips, it's like right above his hips, so let's erase this. Let's do this. Because in that case, we'll do that. he has this cool-looking kilt that they always put over his knee. Ooh, if he's throwing his body left, then I believe his tunic is flowing that way. And the rest of it will be going that way too. I'm happy with how the outside of the tunic looks, but the inside I'm not super keen on. Roman nose. So, hang on. Let's make that sketch a little bit clearer. He's much sharper. They always make legend sharp. If Ganon can get Suavemente, Link deserves FLAMENCO. Thank you, Peveril! And thank you for the donation. That's very sweet of you. I just happened to look up. I didn't hear the notification or anything. Thank you so much. But yes, Link can absolutely get FLAMENCO. And thank you once again for your lovely compliment. I have been a bit, down recently. Because I've been going through kind of a medical thing this week. Well, you guys know, I've been pretty honest about it. I've really been struggling with a flare-up lately. And they usually coincide every month with my monthlies. And it's just been kind of getting me down because I had a family reunion of sorts during the weekend, and a lot of my family, apparently, unbeknownst to me, asked my mom, like, hey, is TK alright? She didn't really seem like herself. I didn't, because I was in pain. And I felt a little bad, because they hadn't seen me in a minute, you know? But, Yeah, so that's been kind of bumming me out, so thank you for your lovely compliment, really. Alright. I think that's good on the sleeves there. His cuff is gonna need some work because that looks funky. Let's do this. Because I've always imagined Link's clothes fitting just... Wish you the best. Thank you, Peveril. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I've always imagined Link's clothes fitting a bit awkwardly because only a few costumes, like in universe, are actually made to fit him. Like, I know there are a couple of Zelda games where Link's clothes canonically do not fit him well, like A Link Between Worlds, where they keep hinting that his clothes are like a little small because they keep saying, "Oh, you're getting so tall for your age." And they comment on how his clothes look a little strange on him now, quote unquote. I always thought that was funny. I feel like the Link from A Link Between Worlds doesn't get enough credit simply because he's meant to follow up, you know, like, at that point, the most legendary hero in Hyrule's history. But I do feel kind of sad that he doesn't get as much attention. I have been considering... Well, actually, no. I'm past considering. I will probably be doing a Linked Universe video. I'm hoping this month. I go on vacation this month, so we'll see. But I should be doing Linked Universe and one more thing for the menu, and I think that'll round up anything I have to do with the menu, because it's still my most popular video. And for a good reason, because I worked very hard on that video. That video took me forever. And I remember when I first put it out there, I was like, no one's gonna see this, and I'm gonna get upset, because, you know, I do this for myself, but I was talking to my husband last night, and I was like, you know, it really does feel really good when people notice the work you've been doing. Actually, I think we're gonna make this a face of concentration. Actually, that's not where I want that line. I want that line here. It's a little more anime than I would like it to be, but... Actually, let me change Legend's eyes just a little bit. Because I recently learned a way of drawing eyes that I actually really like. Whoops. Thank you, Movie Geek. It's very sweet of you. That is, I would have to say that is still one of my best videos. I personally think that the video about censorship is a lot more important. And I'm still really proud of that video just because of the sheer amount of effort that went into it. But I am very proud of the menu video. I actually looked back into some of my textbooks for that one. You know, this man's arm isn't out like it is here. He might just have too much hair. Honest to God, he might just have too much hair. That's a lot of hair, it's a lot of forehead. We can move it down, it'll be fine. Brush is too big. I didn't realize I'd got a little bit of the ear. Maybe if I... like that? Okay. I think it'll be fine. Because then what happens... Okay, this is starting to look a little funky now. I don't like it. Unfortunately, this, whatever YouTube is doing with their fair use policies has really been, like, it's been worse than ever for some creators. I know I really got the, I got the long end of the stick here, where I can just kind of change up my content whenever I need to. Like, I'm not that popular, I don't necessarily have a brand, and if I want to do media analysis, I can really do it in any way I want. Now, granted, I have had a lot of issues with copyright, but not as bad as some creators. Like, I know, creators like Kenny JD have had to pretty much change up their entire shtick. I know a lot of, like, reaction-based YouTubers like your internet mom Ash, Kenny JD, Amanda the Jedi, like, a lot of those people have really had to change up the way they do things. I think this is incorrect. We'll do this later. We're starting to get messy, so let's clean this up and maybe come back to it later. Maybe even on a different, layer. But I've had issues with copyright, and they have been pretty bad. But I've started to they're really trying to make, it not possible to do reactions, I've noticed. Because ever since that thing with Sniper Wolf and XQC sort of came out among a lot of commentary channels, I've noticed that they've really cracked down on anything that is a reaction in any way. And it's like, who'd have thought Sniper Wolf would be ruining my life even after we stopped talking? To be fair, we never really talked. She just mocked me at a con, and I was like, oh, cool. That was ages ago. Oof. god, it feels like another life when I was trying to be an Overwatch streamer. That was before I moved here. That was way before I met Almost Husband, actually. I was still living with my parents. And I remember talking to her and a couple of other people at a con. It wasn't Dragon Con. And she was like, yeah, it's so weird, you know, when small streamers get like a small collection of people and suddenly think they're professionals. Like, that is so weird, right? And you know, like, when it comes to places like these, they should really be careful about who they talk to, because they just can't really compete. They really just are looking to compete, and they just can't. And I was like, whoa. I'm the only one here with less than 5,000 subscribers. Why is she looking at me like that? And I was just like, oh, she's being shady. Cool. I am very much paraphrasing what she said, by the way. But yeah, that's not exactly something to write home about. She was not the first or only person to shade me at a con. Not because of my content creation, but because I was just in their vicinity breathing. Like, you would be surprised at how catty anime conventions get. Anime conventions get catty. Like, if someone hasn't burst into tears by the end of the night, then there are people that are going home dissatisfied. I remember going to this TF2 meetup. I had dressed up like Scout. And I went to this TF2 meetup and I was really excited. But the person who was running it, like, sort of, I can't even describe it. I would say, like, floated into the meeting, but she more like collapsed into the meeting, and she fell into her like assistant's arms and sobbed openly for about a solid 5 minutes as we all stood awkwardly and watched. And, you know, we were all thinking, oh my god, they've received some horrible news. Oh my god, maybe a loved one died and they don't have a ride, and everyone's like, are they alright? What happened? No, the guy she wanted to ask to the rave asked someone else out to the rave, and they weren't dating, but in her mind, they were dating because, he had just been so nice to her, and she really felt they had a connection. But no, he went with this girl who, and I quote, I don't even remember if he knew her for that long, but she's rooming with him. So what I'm taking that to mean is that she saw the guy that some guy that she liked for a while, that she's been, you know, visiting, that she has been visiting and talking to for the last like couple of weeks before con, and then he asked out the girl that she was rooming with, who he probably was going to ask before, and she lost her mind. And she kind of expected us all to be on her side, and we were like, well, it sounds like he was interested in her at first, and like some guy said that and he got kicked out of the meetup. Like I said, some cons are really catty and a little bit ridiculous. A lot of people use cons to sort of relive the high school drama they never got to be involved in. And it's like, man, why do all that? You're on vacation. You know, it's a con. Everyone's here enjoying themselves. I personally love cons. I especially love Dragon Con, which I will be at. So if you would like to say hi, you can come find me. But that's not for another while. I should be cosplaying Rosalina from Mario Galaxy, but we'll see if I'm able to finish that dress. If not, then I'll probably be cosplaying GLaDOS. To be honest, I really want to cosplay Symmetra. I want to cosplay Symmetra and I want to cosplay Sophitia. But, you know, body dysmorphia. And dealing with this illness, because it is an illness, I have gained a not insignificant amount of weight. Not since you guys last saw me, but what the hell happened here? Okay, weird. Sorry about that. Actually, I think I need to fit the I need this to fit the contour of his leg a little bit more. So we're gonna do this. Yeah, there we go. That's a lot better. I think learning how to draw, one of the things I want to do the most, I still honestly want to make comics. I made one the other day that is really nice, or at least I like it. I showed it to a couple people I know and they didn't seem too keen on it, but I liked it. And while I have y'all here, let me ask you something. Do you... Well, actually, I might just do it anyway. I have been considering, since our wedding is coming up, I was gonna post a few pictures. A few pictures of, like, you know, a party and just, hopefully, people enjoying themselves. As long as specific family members don't show up, we'll be having a great time. And we've hired security guards to look out for the family members, so. Yeah, because there are some people who have chosen to alienate themselves. And what's interesting is I got a message from them. I wouldn't say a message from them recently, but during the whole initial debacle, I got a message from the family member I no longer speak to, and they were like, never contact me again. And I was like, okay, if that's what you want, then I'll do that. I'll respect your wishes. And then 2 weeks later, I got a message that was like, why haven't you contacted me? Why haven't you made an effort to contact me? It's like, well, you told me not to, and you blocked me on everything. What was I supposed to do? Oof. That's not great. Let's erase this. Let's do a sweep like that. Yeah, beautiful. Perfect. Not exactly perfect, but cross that bridge when we get to it. This one, I think I'm just gonna make it to a large swoop, so. Maybe I'll just make this shorter. Like that. Yeah. This is still a kilt. We don't need it to be. We don't need to turn it into a dress. But we do need to give it some volume. Like that. Now, his tunic is higher than his knees. Like, his tunic isn't long, but in later installments, JoJo did make his tunic quite a bit longer, actually. Let me look at Dawn 9. Let's see. Oh, no, it's still a little bit over his knees. It's not as short as it is in this picture, but it's about here. I'm definitely making it a lot more flowing than I need to, but I like making things dramatic. Okay, so the belt is also slanted, but I can't swing that. I don't know how I would. But yeah, the kilt ends right around here. So let's see. We're gonna put it over his knees, like so. I drew. Hang on. I'm gonna have to look up something. Give me just a minute. Here, and then down, and then up again. Ooh. I mean, like, dramatic. Alright, yeah. I think that does it. I think that is good. now I just need to clean this up. Thank God for this tablet. I actually bought it off of a friend of mine back from my hometown. My mom had to help me get it. I'm really excited to have it. It's an X Pen. And it has actually done a lot for me in a sense that I can now I can make much bigger projects like that comic from earlier, and I'll post it later. I really wish I could play some copyrighted music here. Maybe I should do a Picardo stream so we can actually listen to, like, something other than our noise generator. Maybe I'll do that instead, because I feel like sometimes, like, YouTube wants creators to do everything on its platform. It wants you to stream, it wants to be TikTok, it wants to do, and it wants you, and it encourages you to do so by essentially tilting the algorithm in your favor when you do. But in a way, it also neuters your reach in a way, because they're so gung-ho about fair use and copyright to where they don't... I wish they could provide, like, playlists that you could play, like, copyrighted popular songs you could play while doing a stream like this. But they could provide it so the artists who... I don't know. So, like, the artists who make the music can still get paid, but, you know, we have, like, better music. I like the noise generator, but I almost always only use it for writing. The only thing that's bothering me about this is this. Alright, let's clean this up. least want to finish Legend before we need to make a dinner. Husband is grilling all the chicken. And honestly, I'm so jealous because he's taking the pork to a competition. He's taking the beef to a competition tomorrow. I don't get to taste the beef until then. I'm gonna be working tomorrow. Because I'm working on the next video essay. Hang on, I'm gonna change something. The music is going to sound really different in like 5 seconds. Okay. Tell me if that's okay, because sometimes the music comes through on the headphones and the microphone, and it can make things really confusing. So let me know how that sounds. Actually, I'm gonna do one more thing, too. It sounds good. Thank you, Movie Geek. I switched it to a different pair of headphones. I was using my speaker headphones, but I figured I might use my microphone headphones. Because that makes things easier on me, so I'm not reaching across the desk. Okay, now for my least favorite part. I spent all that time fixing those lines, and now I've ruined them again. This is what I forget. This is what I get for procrastinating legs. Always. Always comes back to haunt me. It never fails. Oh, I am tempted to trace this. Like, you have no idea. I am so tempted to trace these feet. Oh, that looks tasty. Yeah. Husband just popped in to show me pictures of how the brisket looks. The brisket, I'll admit, the brisket looks pretty sexy. Despite a lot of my practical cooking knowledge, much of the, when it comes to smoking and barbecuing, I leave that mostly to my husband. That is a really messed up looking foot. Okay, I can do this. I can do this, I swear. Y'all won't judge me, right? Listen, as long as the art gets done. I'm pretty honest in my social media where I talk about tracing legs and arms all the time. And listen, you guys know me. I do my own work. But sometimes, man, sometimes things are hard. Alright. There, I just have the general shape. Because now what I have to do is I have to make this a boot. that's not his. His foot looks really small. It's because it is. There we go. I think those are the same size. Foot is bothering me a little bit. I know it's throwing me off. to conquer my 2 least favorite parts. And that is this man's head, and then his hand. Both of which aren't going to be very fun, but it'll be alright. I always give him a Roman nose. Because in my iteration, every Link, except maybe Link from Breath of the Wild, because he's so idealized, has a large nose. I actually am not... Here's the thing. I like Breath of the Wild, don't get me wrong when I say this. But I don't like how pretty they made Link. I don't... His face is very, like... I don't know. It just... I miss the old school anime approach. I really do. He has a very idealized face, you know, the run-of-the-mill blonde hair, blue eyes, button nose, dimples. It doesn't hit like all the other designs do to me. Because at the very least, Skyward Sword and Twilight Princess Link struck me as kids with, like, a little bit of meat on their bones. Like, Twilight Princess Link is very anime, yes, but he looks strong. He looks like he's supposed to. I don't know how to describe it, man. It's just... Breath of the Wild Link just feels a bit too perfect. And, like, people seem like, well, he's not perfect, he's short. And it's like, shut up! That's not what I'm talking about! His eyes do not look determined enough for me. We'll fix that later. But I don't know. I feel like A Link to the Past, I feel like Breath of the Wild Link is just, I don't know. He just feels too, like, perfect. That's really the only way I can put it. Now, they probably made him that way, so all the outfits that they made look good in some way. So I imagine that his design is practical from a design point standard. From a design point. But for me, his design just does not hit. Really doesn't. Does he look cool? Yes. Is it my favorite design? Not by a country mile. Oh! I'm being dumb. if you have followed me on social media, you know that every time I draw Legend, I am always fighting with his hair. It's like, it's weird. It's almost like I don't understand it. It's like, I don't get it. Alright. Now let's see if we can make this make sense. Perhaps maybe, I should have done this on a different layer, but it doesn't matter at this point, he's already been drawn. I wish I had some, like, royalty-free salsa music to go along with this. Skip this. We gonna need to fix this face. Lord Jesus! Ooh! We gonna have to fix your kitchen, boy. There. Maybe just adjusting the mouth will be... right, let's look at this right side up, and from far away, and let's see if this face still pleases me. We're gonna. Okay. These eyes aren't actually too bad together. Oh, this might help if I get rid of the sketch layer. Okay. He has a lot of hair. You know what? And it does cover the back of his neck, so we're gonna do this. There we go. I think I'm satisfied now. Just putting on some finishing touches here. Alright, let's clean up this hat. And I think we'll be done with Legend. We can start on the Warrior, or I can come see you guys tomorrow. Depends. His leg still feels a bit weird because it's much smaller than this one. It feels like it's in the back, which is fine, I just don't like it. What I'm about to do is like tantamount to insanity, but I think that's fine. I'm on medication. Let's move this here real quick so I can have them match in size. Cool. And let's bring the leg back over. Actually, I do think that looks much better. I just need to rework the lines a little. Okay, yeah, that's more of what I wanted. Whew! That wasn't easy. But I think I finally got it looking the way I need it to look. Except one more thing. Which is to make the back of his boot a little sharper, like that. Slip that down a little. Okay, that's a very dramatic pose. Now the last thing I have to focus on are the hands. And my hand actually really hurts at the moment. The fact that you can't really see this leg really saves this, I think. Otherwise, that other leg would be looking extremely awkward. You know, I think that abides by the original sketch. Yeah, I think it abides alright, actually. So I need to quit freaking out about it. What I am freaked out about, however, is the hand. Oh, oops. I didn't sketch out the hand. I didn't bother to look. I need to zoom in on this hand. So, where do I have this saved on my computer? I need to make it very large. Just the hand. Okay, so... Yeah, I know the finger looks really gank. I'm gonna fix it. Okay, that wasn't as nightmarish as I anticipated. Okay. That did not turn out as bad as I thought it would. It's a little awkward, and I'm not that good at drawing hands that just yet, but I didn't have to trace it, and it wasn't as bad as the foot. Just gotta clean it up, make it pretty. Fingers are a little bit pointy, but there is a part of me that really wants to shrink this hand. Like, so bad. And I think I'm gonna. Just looking at the reference, I think I'm gonna shrink this hand a little. But only a little. Better. Okay. Now I feel better. Okay. Yo. Hell yeah, Batman. There are a couple of things I need to fix, just like anatomy-wise. Things that will just look better if I pay the extra attention to it. Like this cuff being bigger. Yeah, just needed to make that forearm bigger so it can match this one. This line here will help. And he doesn't exactly have this in his picture, but he does now, because that line helps guide the eye. you know what? I'm actually satisfied with this. I think it looks great. Overall, I'm pretty satisfied with this. Now, the other sketch, however, this one's gonna take some doing. Let's move him a little to the side. I'm still not completely satisfied with this as a sketch, and there are a couple of reasons why. And I think it begins and ends with this arm, as it did the first time. I'm sitting here. Oh. Alright. Well, you know what, guys? Since it's about 5:05, I've been doing this for a couple of hours now, I think we're gonna wrap up here. Uh-oh, my computer's frozen. There we go. Okay, never mind. No longer frozen. So I think I'm gonna wrap up here. We'll come back to this. If we do, we'll see. But yeah, thank you guys for coming. I might be around tomorrow. I'm definitely going to be around on Friday because I don't have anything else planned. I'm probably going to stream up until I leave for vacation next Monday. But yeah, thank you guys for coming. Stay weird, lovelies, and happy eating.